Hey friends, it's Thursday, so what that means is it's Action Figure Impact, where I discuss an action figure of a wrestler who performed in TNA Impact. Necessarily doesn't have to be a TNA Impact action figure, it could be made from a different company. Last month, I did a throwback WCW action figure of AJ Styles, and this week I'm going to be focusing on this Boss Fight Studios Legends of Lucha Libre. That's a mouthful. Taya Valkyrie. This is a beautiful figure. It's the only one I have from Boss Fights Studios, Legend Lucha Libre line. There are a couple more I'm interested in. They had Great Pentagon Jr. and Ray Phoenix action figures at the time, but I have multiple AEW Jazzwares figures of those guys. So I figure if I can get them down the line, I will do it that way. But I mean, from this figure alone, it is immaculately made. The likeness is on the verge of creepy, with as far as her face goes, and then her gear. You have the bodysuit with the cutout here. I mean, it is, picture perfect. Um, the only knock maybe against it would be the scale. It is a little bit smaller when you compare it to other action figures. Say for instance Dakota Kai. You know, um, she's approximately the same height as Taya Valkyrie in action figure form. And I may be mistaken, but I believe Taya Valkyrie is a little bit taller. Um, but yeah, you look at this. You have the fur boots. Going up to the knee pads, and then the suit itself. You have this cross design here. Um, you have the back muscles. Little striations. Just little details, and it's photorealistic. It's not exaggerating her figure. What a lot of people don't know is that she had a prominent run in Impact Wrestling. She was a very long reigning women's champion. And then she went to WWE NXT as Frankie Monet. And I really don't think they had an idea for it. They're like, well, she's big. Let's see what we can do. And unfortunately, her time in NXT didn't bear a lot of fruit as far as her career goes. And now she is currently with AEW alongside her husband John Morrison, aka Johnny Mundo, aka Johnny TV, aka you know what the deal is. If you're a wrestling fan, dude has more names and more gimmicks than Brutus the Barber Beefcake. You gotta love it. The articulation is not spectacular, but I mean for what it is, this is their lowest price point, around $20. It has good articulation, on par with, if not better than, the WWE basics from a couple years ago, the female ones. You don't have double joints. You have single jointed elbows. They're fairly mobile. Um, Single jointed shoulders. The head swivels. You get a lot of motion there. The torso, it moves horizontally, but there's no swivel movement there. The legs got the ball joint, so you get a little movement there. Single jointed knees, but that's okay. I think, for me personally, for my taste, the actual aesthetic and look of the action figure more than makes up for the lack of articulation that you get with this. I'm hoping to get some more of these. There's Juventud Guerrera that's supposed to come out. I think there's a Black Taurus, if I'm not mistaken. And the cool thing about this line is it really focuses on stars who are big in Mexico. And so you get, you know, AEW wrestlers along with, AAA wrestlers. And really, the first time I saw her was with a AAA affiliate, Lucha Underground, the great show from El Rey Network from about 10 years ago. It was really like kind of a soap opera, to the extreme, mixed with wrestling. and I think she came in the second season to team with her husband John Morrison, and if I'm not mistaken, PJ Black. I was instantly taken by her appearance because she was very muscular, very athletic looking. She didn't do a lot of note. I think she had a lot of injuries during her time in Lucha Underground, but still very entertaining and enjoyable, and did great things with the Knockouts title in Impact Wrestling. Um, and gave it a try in WWE. And I personally feel like it was nothing to do with her. That was WWE not having anything for her. And that's not a knock on them. Sometimes you get talented people together that just don't have that it factor together, and you can't really produce anything. But anyway, this is the Boss Fight Studios, Legends of Lucha Libre, Taya Valkyrie. If you can find it, get it. I got mine on Amazon. Like I said, they have other great figures like Ubatu Carrera, Pentagon Jr., Ray Phoenix, Black Taurus. I think there's a Conan as well, throwback Conan, before K-Dog. So anyway, this has been Action Figure Impact. Enjoy TNA Impact Wrestling if you watch, and stay tuned. Keep collecting them figs. Keep reading them comic books. I'm gonna be back with more reviews of comic books and looks at action figures. I'll keep it nerdy.